Hi, my name is Jolene. I love jewelry making. I think jewelry making is one of the gifts that keeps on giving time and time again, because after learning just a few jewelry making techniques, you'll be able to use your skills to create gifts for your family, friends, and anyone else who loves jewelry, and for yourself, of course. So I hope you're excited as I am to learn how to make this necklace and earring sets today. Now we're going to get started. So first I'm going to select a chain. Right now I think I'm going to use the bigger chain for this design. So I'll put the rest aside. With this one, I'm just going to measure it around my neck. I think here should be good. And once you have the desired length, I always say cut a little bit extra, maybe 2 or 3 chains, just in case you need to make any adjustments at the end. So I'm going to cut my chain. So here you'll need your wire cutter, and you'll just cut your chain at your desired length. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut. And make sure you get rid of any of the pieces of that chain that is left. Put it aside, because if it ends up on the floor, it might end up hurting you later. So just putting that aside. Okay, so here we have our desired length for our necklace. The next step as to what you're going to want to do is start designing this pearl how you would like it to look. So for this one, I'm going to use it as a charm. So this is where your flathead needle pin comes in. We're going to turn this pearl bead into a charm. So how we're going to do that is we just grab our pearl. If you notice, the hole on this pearl is a little bit bigger. So this is one of the challenges you might run into as you start collecting your pearls and your beads, is that the sizing might be a little bit off. So if you notice, if I try to bead this, it seems like it holds, but if for some reason the hole is too big and you can't, and the needle just goes like right through, another option that you can use is using one of these like bead covers and using that as a way to stop the needle from going all the way through the pearl hole. So here you can just pick up that part and you can add it there. So even with just that simple addition, you see how that like sort of elevates the look. It looks a little bit elegant, and you can go ahead and just use that as your charm. And you can even add another one of these on top for even, you know, a fun design as well. So when it comes to this, it's about just seeing what you like, what design stands out to you. So right here, we are practically done, right? You have a perfect charm. So let's go with this as the charm for our necklace. The next thing you'll need to do is go ahead and grab your wire cutter again. So what we're going to do is roll this wire over to create a circle. And right now we have a lot of extra wire. So I'm just going to cut about maybe half of it right here. And with this, it takes a bit of experimenting before you find the right length. So I'm gonna cut about half. Again, be sure to put all of your scraps away. And then I'm going to take that round nose pliers. So I mentioned that we'll be needing that. And I am just going to hold it here at the end. Hold the wire close to the end and just fold that wire over the pliers. So you just roll very slowly. And what you're trying to do is just roll it a few times so it tucks that it tucks the inside wire you cut inside, so that way it doesn't cause any obstruction. So it can be free of like scratching or anything like that. So as you can see, I rolled it inside so it wouldn't obstruct the wearer as they wear this necklace. Okay, so that part is completed. Now we're going to take our chain, which we have here, and we are going to get a jump ring. So I have these jump rings here. I'm just going to grab one of them. I'm going to put these 2 pliers to the side and grab my 2 flat nose pliers, and I'm going to go ahead and open this jump ring. So to open it, you hold one of your flat nose pliers your goal is to get it at 90 degrees, so it's easier to open. So you do just a simple light twist and it opens it up enough to put your necklace, your charm through. And once you have it through, you can go ahead and close. So you do the same thing to open and close it, just more of like a twisting motion. And now I am going to go ahead and put this charm on my necklace. Just like that. I'm gonna put these pliers right here so you can take a look at that. So here we have the necklace, almost complete. I told you this was very easy. As long as you learn the technique for the needle pins, you can do a simple design like this. And then to complete your necklace, all you need is 2 jump rings. So I'm going to use one of these bigger ones here, along with a smaller one, which I just have here. And then we're going to need our clasp, which I grabbed here. And then our necklace is almost complete. So you grab your smaller jump ring and you put it on the same technique, the 90 degrees, and you open it up and you put your clasp on, just like that. And once your clasp is on, you add it to the end of the chain. It doesn't matter which side, because with this sort of necklace, it doesn't matter how you put it on, it's always going to be facing the right direction. So you don't have to be as careful with this one. And then you're going to just add that jump ring clasp on and close. And then you're going to take your other jump ring, the bigger one, and put it on the other side of the chain. So I'm just gonna put that down for a second and then add that jump ring on and then close. So it might take a bit of like finessing to just make sure that it's closed completely, because if there are any gaps, it will mean that the necklace can fall off. So making sure that you close this as tightly as possible will ensure the longevity of your necklace. And with that, I'm just gonna put these to the side and show you that we are done with our necklace. Just like that. And here's the finished product. So we're going to do a try on and then we'll get started on the earrings. Okay, let's go ahead and try this necklace on. So this is why I love adding the clasp, is that it's easy. So you open it like you do any clasp necklace and you put it on. Whoa, perfect. Okay, so that's what the necklace looks like. And now let's get started on the earrings. For the earrings, we're going to do the exact same thing we did to make the charm for the necklace. You'll need your 2 more pearls, you'll need 2 flathead needle wires, and we're gonna use the exact same design. So we'll get 2 bead covers, the smaller ones and the bigger ones. You know this part is the exact same thing. You first add your smaller bead cover, 1, and then you add your pearl, 2, oops, 2, and then your top cover. And then you cut a little bit of that wire off so it'll be easier to curl. And I'll cut. I'll have to find that piece or it'll be trouble for me later. And then you go ahead and you curl the wire that's left over. So you want to tuck it in as much as possible so it's not obstructing the wearer. Okay, so that's tucked inside there. You can also give it a squeeze on the outside to just flatten it out as much as possible. And you can just do a hand test to make sure the wire isn't scratching. And then you put that one to the side and we'll do the same thing for the other. So the smaller bead cover, the pearl bead, and the topper. Cut. Wrap that wire. Be careful. The point is very, the wire can be very sharp, so just be careful as you're wrapping. So just wrap that wire in. And then flatten it out. Just give it a squeeze to flatten and then do your test to make sure that that wire isn't obstructing you. Okay, perfect. And then you can grab your earring hooks, which you will need. So here are your earring hooks. Grab 2 jump rings. Grab your earring hooks, grab 2 jump rings, and then we're almost finished, like just a few more steps. So I'm gonna put these 2 to the side. I'm going to bring back the flat nose pliers, and we're going to open up the first jump ring. Open up, add the pearl, add the earring hook, and close that up. Take your time here. Okay, 1. And then we'll do the same for the other side. Open up. In it goes. Grab your earring hook and close it up. Okay, so like if it's not perfectly, you're trying to make sure there are no gaps in between. So just work with that until there are no more gaps. So I can see like a very tiny gap, and it might look very tiny, but over time of wear, it will just continue opening up and then the earring hook will fall through. So making sure that you give a clean finished product as much as possible will help in the long run. So just trying to get it as close as possible. Okay, there we go. And that's it. Our earrings are complete. Look at this. Whoa. Very cool, right? So why don't I try them both on together and see what they look like? What do you think? These are pretty simple and easy to make, but let me know what you think.